Hey everyone, I'm going to cover miscellaneous topics today, but first and foremost I wanted to offer my sincere thanks and heartfelt gratitude from both myself and my wife for every single person that sent me a comment or a personal message or even talked to me on the phone and shared knowledge about alternative cancer treatments. Believers and non-believers alike, I sincerely thank you. There were even those out there that have lost loved ones that reached out to me and shared knowledge with me about what they have learned about alternative cancer treatments. And I sincerely appreciate it. I mean, words are going to sound hollow, but all I can do on a camera and a video is to offer my sincere thanks. I really do appreciate it, and I know my wife appreciates it too. She is going to continue with the chemotherapy and the radiation. We had a long talk, and she feels like that is best for her to do at this point in time. We are going to supplement that with 3 additional alternative treatments, and I'm going to share that with my wife's oncologist, so everybody's going to know about it up front. There's a thing called MGN-3, Mary George Nancy-3. If you Google that, you can find out what that is. I've got that on order. I've also ordered some Essiac tea, ESSIAC. We've got that on order. I've ordered a ton of apricot seeds. So I've got a ton. This is just one bag, but I've got many bags. That has Laetrile in it. I've ordered also the Laetrile tablets. And my wife's oncologist said he could also order via prescription hemp. Now, he didn't use the word hemp oil, but he said hemp for digestion. So we may go down that road. My wife's still thinking about it. There's some side effects regarding nausea and other things that may or may not come into play. My wife has triple negative cancer, so there's things that we have to keep in mind regarding that particular type. And then there's an experimental procedure called PARP inhibitor, P-A-R-P inhibitor, that potentially could come into play depending on the status of the stage of the progression of that particular treatment. But having stated that, I wanted to thank everyone from the bottom of my heart for what they have shared. There's at least 8 different things that I learned about, and I put it on my main page. So if you go to my main page, you will see all the things that I learned about. But also, my wife is over at her mother's right now, and our air conditioner broke down, so she had to be in a place that's cool. And so I'm waiting on the air conditioner man to come out here. And so I had time, and I wanted to make a quick video and just make a video of what's on my mind. I don't expect anybody to hold back on I'm still going to be controversial. I'm still going to say what's on my mind, and I expect people to disagree with me on things. And I learn a lot when I get into conversations with people that disagree with me. So I don't want you to hold back. If you disagree with me, say what's on your mind, and I promise I'll say what's on my mind. I mean, that's the whole point of making YouTube videos and getting into discussions about things. So having stated that, I wanted to share that I recently was invited by a YouTuber. I guess his name is Arrogant Atheist, right? And like I said, I don't attack atheists. I attack the belief system of atheism, but I don't attack the individual atheist because I try not to resort to personal attacks. Sometimes I may fall into that, but I try not to. But I joined a forum, and it was full of non-believers, right? And they had topics on that forum regarding, is there a free will? Is there a free will? Does man have a soul? Why did you become a Christian as opposed to anything else? And so I jumped into these topics and I shared my thoughts, and it's interesting to get into a healthy debate with non-believers. I mean, if I get into a discussion on these topics with believers, I mean, it's just like preaching to the choir. You're not going to learn anything. So I like talking to non-believers because it gives me additional things to think about because they're coming at it from a different perspective because they have a different viewpoint. Obviously, I think it's wrong, but I don't shy away from a healthy debate with an atheist. I usually learn something, and I find it, educational. So having stated that, one of the topics that I saw on the atheist forum was there was a teenager who had just turned 18 in July, and he said that he was considering legal action against his parents because they make him go to church. And he's an adult now, and he doesn't think that he should have to go to church now that he's 18 years old, but he still lives in their house, and he still allows them to feed him, and he doesn't even have a job. So, I kind of let loose on this guy. I think he needs a big dose of tough love. I'm going to open up a little bit about myself, and like I said, when I make a YouTube video, I'm going to tell you what's on my mind, and I'm not going to hold anything back. I mean, I don't know if this is going to be the last day that I have on this earth. So everything I say, I'm going to say with the forthrightness and straightforwardness as if it was my last day and I wanted to make a point and not hold anything back. I mean, that's the way I think we should live our lives. So I'm going to open up about myself, and the fact is that my parents were divorced before I was born. So that makes me a bona fide bastard. I was born out of wedlock. Now, I was raised by my mother until I was 15, and then I moved in with my dad where I got a job at 17, and then I had my own apartment as a senior in high school. Now, I got expelled in high school. I remember getting expelled in high school for fighting, and my principal said, hey, we're going to expel you. I'm going to call your dad to come pick you up. And I told my principal that I don't live with my parents. So the principal said, well, we're going to expel you to your own recognizance. And at the time, I had my own apartment because I supported myself in my own apartment. And I remember that was just 2 days of partying. But, missing 2 days of high school is nothing, at least back when I was in high school. And, we even had a smoking section out in the they had a little fenced area where seniors could go and smoke cigarettes. I mean, that's how free it was when I was in high school. I'm not advocating smoking. I'm just saying things were different back then. But when I hear about a teenager nowadays wanting to sue his parents because he's living at their house that they pay for, I just got filled with anger, and I let loose on him, and I might have used a few cuss words that I should not have used. But I think he needs he needs a big dose of tough love. And I cannot imagine a teenager threatening legal action against his own parents. I mean, it just is incomprehensible to me. I mean, the lazy, apathetic attitude. I mean, if I was his dad, I would kick his ass out on the street so fast it would make his head spin, and he would have to fend for himself. Fortunately, I've got a very good son who doesn't threaten legal action against me, but I'm just telling you how I see it. But anyway, that brings me to another point, and I wanted to quickly discuss why I became a Christian. But before I get into that, I wanted to say that, people have sent me messages, or I have received videos from people, and they don't like my use of cuss words. They said that I've used the Bible as a prop. They said that, my use of cussing shows that I'm not a real Christian. And I have a response to that. And my response is, you can kiss my ass. You see, I'm not held accountable to my fellow Christians, and I'm not held accountable to anyone in this world. I'm only held accountable to God. Okay? And so if you want to talk about removing the toothpick from my eye, maybe you need to remove the plank from your own eye. I am disgusted and I despise mainstream religion. And there's nothing more that I can't stand than sanctimonious Christians. I mean, our country is going to hell. We have a usurper in the White House. We have the Federal Reserve raping and pillaging everybody in the United States. We have moral decay all around us. And I'm trying my best to live as best life as I can, aligned with the teachings of Jesus Christ, and to adhere to my own moral compass. And I got people jumping on my case for them claiming I'm not living up to some standard they believe in. Like I said, you can kiss my ass. I would rather have the company of people in pool halls and bar rooms than some of the Christians I see in this world. And I think that Christians are probably the main reason people have turned to atheism. I truly believe that. So, like I said, if you don't like my channel and you don't like my views, you don't have to watch it. I'm interested in your thoughts, and if you want to tell me your view, I'll respond with my view. But I'm not here to pacify my fellow Christians. Most Christians, if I go to heaven and I have to hang around most of the people that I see claiming to be Christians, I hate to say this, and it's scary for me to say this, but I'm not sure I want to go to heaven because I don't want to hang around those people. And you might say, "Well, you're a wacko. You're not really a Christian." Whatever. You can say whatever you want about me. I don't live this world to get approval from anybody. I'm accountable to my own God, and I try to abide by my own moral compass that God instilled in me. And I am accountable to nobody but my God. So before you go attacking me and saying anything about how I make my videos or how I act, and you are disappointed that I claim to be a Christian and I'm setting a bad example, that's fine. You don't have to watch my channel. And I don't know what else to say. Like I said, I say it straightforward, and I say what's on my mind. But that's how I feel about it from the bottom of my heart. And for those of you that can put up with my cussing, and you can put up with my attitude at times and me speaking what's on my mind, I sincerely appreciate your thoughts and your prayers from the bottom of my heart. I'm not trying to act flippant or anything like that. It's just I cannot stand sanctimonious people that want to pick apart what I do, and I will not do that to anyone else. At least I don't think I try to do that. But anyway, I wanted to talk about why I became a Christian, but that's probably a video for another time, and I was going to try to summarize it. Maybe I'll do that in the next video. But anyway, this is Rudy, and I say what's on my mind, and I don't hold it back, because I don't know when my last day on this earth is going to be. I say it exactly how I see it, and that's how I I try to live my life. So God bless every single one of you, and take care.